Anime of the year. That one award that is given to that one show that is separated from the plethora of anime that comes out throughout the year. And it is given to that one show. And that one show will be discussed here in this video. Welcome, peoples. Welcome back to the studio. Welcome back. It is me, FM, the wise retard. No, I'm joking. Wise weeb himself. What is popping? What is good? Welcome to my anime of the year video. My first ever anime of the year video. Which I'm quite excited to do actually. Funny enough, I'm doing this on one of the most. Do I want to say trash? Nah. We don't want to say trash. This has been one of the most like okay years in anime. I can't lie to you. With the amount of anime that comes out every season, this year has just been so just mid. I hate that word, you know. I can't lie to you. Everyone says that, it's just mid. But yeah, that's the thing. It's been alright, you know. It's been alright. There's been some shows that have that entertainment value, but just not something that you would say, yeah, this is sick, like this is freaking amazing. But it's anime of the year. There has to be that one show. Come on, amongst the plethora. So welcome, sit back, relax, and let's talk about some shows. So before we begin and talk about anime of the year, I would like to go through some honorable mentions that I thought were on my radar, but those shows I considered. That's what I can say. They were just considered, but they weren't enough for me to be like, yes, anime of the year, easy, hands down. It's all good. So let's get to our first one, being Re:Zero. Yes, sir, Re:Zero, season 2, part 1. So this show is actually anime of the year. Funny enough, this show, I would give this anime of the year easily if it finished. But the problem is that this is just part 1 of a 2-parter. So yeah, so unfortunate. Easily, hands down, Re:Zero has been the best show of this year. Like, it has given us stuff that we've been wanting since season 1. Like everything that was showcased in season 1, all the problems that was there is now like cleared up and started being answered within this season 2, and then we just haven't finished answering them. That's why it's a 2-parter. So honorable mention number 2, we have the first 4 episodes of Attack on Titan. If I was so close to making a joke video about saying, yeah, these 4 episodes should be anime of the year, hands down. Because this show, oh my days, this show is just so sick. It's so sick. Honorable mention number 3 goes to No Guns Life. Yes, No Guns Life is that one show that's done by Madhouse. Madhouse, where are you? There are 2 studios that have been not around this year, and then one of them is Madhouse. And then I don't know why Madhouse has not been around. I can't even tell you why. They made the sequel to No Guns Life. Cool, right? That's the sequel that, amongst all the other sequels that they need to do, they made this one. I'm like, okay. I enjoyed No Guns Life. I can't lie to you. I think it's a cool show. It has lots of flair to it, but I don't think it's deserving of anime of the year, just simply because there are lots of things that you just think, like, does this make any sense? Like, don't get me wrong though, this show is actually cool as shit. This show is so cool. Like, it has the action scenes. The soundtrack just does its job. Nothing too great about it. The characters are cool. Take a bit long to develop, but it does get a bit convoluted, I can't lie to you. Like, you just think, what the hell? But other than that, it's a good show. I won't talk about too much. So let's get straight to it. Yes, it's time to get into what I think should be anime of the year. And the award for anime of the year in my eyes goes to Great Pretender. Yes, sir, Great Pretender. is anime of the year. So, Great Pretender, one of them shows that I feel that it was not talked about. I can't lie to you. I feel like it was not talked about enough. Like, this show was great. Maybe it's because it was under the Netflix payroll. I don't know. But if anything, Netflix should be an incentive for you to watch new shows because they just give you all the episodes. But yes, Great Pretender. Great Pretender was a show that aired in summer of this year. They did a two-parter because, like I said, it was behind the Netflix payroll. So we had part 1, which was first 13 episodes, then part 2, which was the next 13 episodes. And yeah, they gave us the next 13 within, they gave us the next one like what, early December, if I remember correctly. And early December, late November, I think it was late November, but yes, this show is absolutely amazing. It is great. It is great, and let's talk about why it deserves this. So the story follows a young man by the name of Makoto Edamura. He's a small-time Japanese con artist who only is skilled in things such as the pickpocket and just the smooth talking, who has an amazing smile, who fools anyone at the moment. This is just within his local area of Japan. Nothing too worldwide or anything like that. Until one day he pickpockets a certain man by the name of Laurent, a blonde playboy rich man who is skilled in the art of the con. He is what's known as a confidence man. He is what I would say he's like a Robin Hood, because he commits crimes to rich people who are they're not great people in a sense. These guys are like they could be great on the outside, but deep down these guys are like bad people. So he ends up stealing their money, but instead of like Robin Hood and steals from the rich and gives to the poor, he just steals from the rich and just keeps all the money for himself. And then like pretty much lands them in jail for all their like nonsense that they've done and things like that. So the show is called Great Pretender, and you may think for the first arc that who is the Great Pretender, because the show constantly puts these two in situations where there's just a constant one-upmanship of each other. Like they're constantly battling to outwit each other, outcon each other, and things like that. But deep down, this is not what it truly is. But you have to watch the show in order to kind of truly understand what the Great Pretender truly means. So obviously, like you guys know, how I usually deduct great anime is the 4 categories. Yes sir. So we're pretty much just gonna go through them. We're not gonna talk too much about them because I don't want this video to be too long. But let's start with animation. So with animation, we have Studio Wit at the helm. Studio Wit being responsible for Attack on Titan season 1 to 3, as you may know already from my past videos and things like that. So they pretty much are they're amazing studio. But in terms of the show is just it can get stellar at times, but it can also be kind of not bad per se, but just not up to par as you may think with the studio like that behind it. But for the most part, it's great. There's just not too many times you'll be like, oh, what the hell? Like you'll probably just say that like once or thrice or something like that. But yeah, otherwise the show looks amazing. The show looks very good. The art is very good. It has like this kind of watercolored backgrounds that they do. It's kind of like a My Hero type backgrounds in a sense, except way more bright. They have so many vivid colors, which is so insane. And I think the show does a very good job of that. And yeah, it doesn't do too much to disappoint. So the show actually follows 4 main characters, but we are at the perspective of Edamame, who is basically the show's point of view, isn't it? He's the one where we see we follow the arcs from his eyes, from literally from his shoes.
Makoto Edamura.
Edamame?
It's not Edamame, it's Edamura.
So Edamame is that show's like he's the show's emotional heart and things like that. He puts his heart on his sleeve and things like that. He's the one where he doesn't follow the confidence man rules of no relationship, no, we're not friends, we're not family. We don't go in other people's business and things like that. We just come here for the con, and then we do whatever it takes for the con, and then everything else we're back to our normal lives. It's like we never knew each other, things like that. That's how they operate. So people like Laurent, Abby, Cynthia, they all have their own reasons for doing what they're doing, and that's what's great about the show, is that each of their arcs are also character arcs, as well as the plot arcs, in the sense that they're doing the cons and things like that, but they're also focused on each main character. Like, for example, the first arc will follow the introduction of all of the con artists, especially Edamame's introduction, and then the next arc will focus on like Abby's development. Next one is Cynthia, things like that, so you understand how it works. But they all have their own sets of skills and personalities. They all have different skills. They always like the show does this thing where it's yes, they all are skilled con artists, but one person cannot complete the job. They all need each other to complete this job. That's what makes it so great, is that yes, they're sick, but they all rely on each other, because they work as a team, even though they still follow that we're not friends and things like that. They still follow that rule. So it's great to see like the dynamics they have between them, especially outside of the con, or in between times when they don't have to like interact with their victims and things like that. It's so great to see the dynamic between them and the dynamic in their cons, which is actually amazing. Like it's so different, it's insane. So next we have the music. Yes, this show's soundtrack is amazing. Is actually amazing. First, let's talk about the opening. The opening is perfect. I'm going to lie to you, it's perfect. It does everything so well. And this is what's crazy about the opening, right? It took me so long to realize this, but the opening spoils the entire show. I didn't even realize this. So this opening was that great, and it was such a short and sweet opening where I literally watched it every episode. So because the song was quite nice, like little jazz kind of vibe. It felt like a jazz kind of heist type vibe, which was kind of cool. And yeah, literally they show little hints of things that happen throughout each arc, but it's not something that you would notice until pretty much the arc would end, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, oh this is from there, and yeah, it was pretty cool to actually discover that. And next thing about the show's ending. The ending is by Queen.
Oh yes, I'm the great pretender.
Yo, they need to do more endings with famous artists, you know, because they actually go so well. Things like Eden of the East, where they put Oasis on the opening, literally just for episode 1, which is so sad. But things like that, it's actually brilliant. It's actually brilliant. Like I don't want to say the ending's perfect either, because I'm just gonna be sounding like a broken record, but it's actually amazing. I can't lie to you. And then yeah, for the most part, the soundtrack does so well. It fits the show to a T. It has the perfect heist music going on, the perfect sad scenes and things like that, so that the immersion is never broken. It is absolutely great. We can't talk about sound without talking about the dub and the sub. Originally, the show came out, they released all the episodes in Japanese, but Netflix released their dub. I watched this show on Netflix, so I watched it in dub because I thought, why not? And this dub is amazing. This show is sports characters from various backgrounds, ethnicities, and things like that. Laurent is French. Why do you think I'm saying it that way? Because he's French. His name is Thierry Laurent. So that's the thing. Makoto Edamura is Japanese. Abby is she's like a Middle Eastern or something. And then we have the redhead girl. Oh no, why am I forgetting her? Oh my days. Cynthia, we have Cynthia, the redhead girl. Cynthia Moore, I forgot where she's from, I can't lie to you. But yeah, the cast is from various backgrounds and things like that. They travel to different countries and things, and they travel to things like Italy and stuff like that. They have accents for the Italians and accents for the French people. Like, it's absolutely amazing. I can't lie to you, it's amazing. So I actually watched the first 13 episodes in dub because I originally thought that it's only on Netflix, and then I found out that all the rest of the episodes, because I realized that this show's not finished. Once I finished that arc, I was like, this show can't be finished, there's no way. And then I found out that the rest of them are out and it's in Japanese only. So I was like, I like that show so much that I gave in and I watched it in sub. I watched the rest of them in sub. I watched about like 10 episodes in sub, and then I realized that I liked the dub too much, so I waited the extra like 2 weeks and then watched the rest again. I watched the rest of the episodes again. I literally watched the whole 13 episodes again in dub. And then, yeah, the thing is with the sub is, it's like your normal sub standard fare, right? Like, the Japanese is subbed, like, it's great. The sub is great, it's always great. The sub has never been bad. The time the sub's been bad is the time that, I don't know, freaking people nuked the moon, non-existent. So yeah, I was like, cool. The only reason why I like the dub more is because in the sub, like, it's a classic sub problem. They're Japanese, they can't say the names well enough. I can't lie to you. Like, Laurent is Lauren.
僕はローラン
I can't lie to you. I'm just like, Lauren, what? No, Laurent.
My name is Laurent.
Please, not Lauren. I can't do it. I can't say Cynthia either. I'm just like, oh no. It's just so weird. But then whenever they're not saying names, it's great. That's it. It's like Hellsing Ultimate in the sense that, like, Hellsing Ultimate literally is set in England. They have English people voicing it. The Scottish people come in. They're all Scottish. Like, it's perfect. They get the accents to a T. And someone who is literally raised in Britain had know these accents. So, like, Hellsing Ultimate was amazing that way. So yeah, so one thing, I'm giving the dub a recommendation, sorry. Definitely giving a recommendation. Anyhow you come at me for blasphemy, you can shut up. Go away. Yes, I'm giving Great Pretender Anime of the Year. It's actually a solid show. The one thing I'd say is that the ending is okay. It's not the best of endings. It does kind of like it's kind of like any other ending in a sense, but I think it's still a good ending within itself, just because of how the story kind of finalizes. The everything that happens, like with Laurent and things like that, it all ties into the final arc and things like that. So the ending kind of makes sense as to why that ending would be the ending instead of any other random arc's ending. And it was I hope that made sense, I can't lie to you. But yeah, the show otherwise is a solid show. It does so well to reel you in, and then it does so well to keep you reeled in. It gives you that sense of immersion, even though you already know that this is just a con, it's not real. It does that great sense of disbelief and things like that, so you're still just like, oh crap, this is a con every time you see it. And the characters are great, very diverse and things like that. Very great development for all of them. And the music is absolutely stellar, does its job, doesn't do too much, doesn't do too little. Whenever they play the opening throughout the episode, you're just like, yo, this is sick. Every time shit goes down, whenever that happens, it's absolutely amazing. And yeah, the animation is just stays consistent for the most part. Nothing for you to be like, man, this is trash. Nothing to be like that. And yeah, I think it's a very overall solid show. But like I said, Re:Zero is easily the best show of this year, though. That's one thing I can say. But without an ending, I can't. It's just not finished. It's just, I can't give a show that's not finished the best show of all time, like, or the anime of the year even, or whatever. It's like how people say this is gonna hurt. lots of people. But it's like how people say, oh, Hunter x Hunter is the best show of all time and things like that. No, it's not finished. It's not finished. Hunter is amazing, but it will never be perfect or the best of all time when it has no ending. No, that's not a complete show. That's not a complete package. Sorry. I love Hunter. I've read the manga. I've watched the show twice. It's great. But nah, sorry. But yes, anime of the year, Great Pretender. But yeah, I can't lie to you. Next year we're gonna have a plethora of anime. We're starting off too ham immediately. Like, we actually have potential anime of the year contenders already, and the year's just gonna start. So let's look forward to it. The next anime of the year video is gonna be absolutely it's gonna be a tough one. I can just tell it's gonna be a tough one, just because of the things that are gonna be coming out as well, things like Chainsaw Man and all that stuff. So yeah, can't wait for that. But until then, I've been FM, your guy. Hope you enjoyed the video. I highly recommend you watch Great Pretender. It's on Netflix for all you accessible people, even people that even don't watch anime. I highly recommend this show. I think it's a great view for everyone. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Tell me what you guys think. What do you think about Great Pretender? If you haven't seen it, tell me that you're convinced you're gonna go see it and things like that. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next video in a bit.